Welcome in everybody to episode 217. Hope you guys are having a great evening here and having hoping to join us and talk a little bit about Baja 1000. I got my Baja Broncos shirt on. See that?
Whoop, whoop.
So anyway, we're going to talk about the Baja 1000 and really looking forward to tonight talking about that and talking about, a storyline that I think is really cool. So we'll get into that in just a little bit. Of course, we'll talk about the Ford teams, but there's another team that was out there that did something, in my opinion, just incredible, and we want to talk about it, make sure it gets out there, and it isn't cluttered in with all the other things that are going on there, and it's not foreshadowed.
Yeah.
We want to.
I almost want to cover it myself on my channel, even though it's not women related. It's still a great story.
Yeah, it is a great story. But anyway,
Maybe I make it short.
We'll get into that in just a little bit and have some fun with that. But we got a lot of other things to cover. Of course, if you are new to the channel, we are going to be recording this as a podcast. So you can watch on your favorite streaming podcasting platforms out there if you want to listen to it. We'll have a few visuals when we get into some of the from the road.ford.com. We'll get into a couple articles with some visuals. But otherwise, yeah, so you can just listen on there if you'd like to. And then also too, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that. I got a slide for this. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell as well. And that allows you to be notified when we have another video that goes live. We have those going live all the time. You can also join our membership. And at this point, I'd like to, this year is kind of a little outdated. There are a couple different, we've actually added a different tier to our membership. There is a live chat tier for $199. And right now I encourage everybody just to sign up for that one, not go to the upper tiers because we will be discontinuing those other tiers shortly. And so, please don't select those because if you'd like to support us in other ways, we're going to do some special videos over on Patreon. So kind of moved our membership over to Patreon, but still want to have some fun on the live streams here. So we kept that $199 kind of more of a live chat fun so you can see how long you've been a member. And if you've been a member of one of the other two tiers, make sure you go in and downgrade. And if you go over to that membership tab, then that's where you can downgrade and become a member of that. So I think I have actually part of the clip for that. I don't know if I can fast forward this or not. I don't think I can. I don't know what I just did there. There we go. I don't think I can fast forward through that, but so we'll just discontinue that one there. But yeah, so anyway, so I guess I can't fast forward to that, but you can downgrade that if you'd like. So I don't know what I did here. Somehow I got that. I switched out our thing. I don't know. Anyway, we're now on a smaller screen. For some reason, I don't know what I did, but there we go. But you can downgrade. So please downgrade that from one of those other tiers down to the $199 if you have a chance. If you're struggling with that, we found some people, what they did is they canceled their membership. And then if they re-sign up at the $199, it keeps your term that you've been a member with us. So a lot of people like that, like to be able to see that. So anyway, but Patreon is where we're at over there. You can join for free if you'd like, but then there's a couple different tier levels there, including a coffee time tier if you'd like to. And we'll do a video daily over there. So we'll try to make that our line of communication. So if you want to stay updated on everything, we'll keep you updated over on Patreon as well over there. Yeah, right there. So we'll get you. We'll keep you updated over there. So that'll be the place to go. Also, our website, FordVideoGuideMedia.com. We do different articles and stuff over there. We blog on there as well, and then that kind of stuff. So. And if we can't sell ourselves any more than that, we do have merch available for Ford Video Guy as well as McArthur. And Sarah has one. I need to add yours to our show notes. Sarah has one for All Women Driven as well. So definitely make sure you're subscribed to her podcast as well. All Women Driven, talking about, well, you sell it. Sell your podcast and your YouTube channel.
We're all about women in automotive and how they got to where they are today. So looking at their past to drive women forward in the future in automotive. So we've talked to like Melissa. I wondered, how did she get to Ford racing?
Yep.
With, how does she supported by Ford and races for them in Rebel, and she does Bronco off. How did she get to this point?
Yep.
And in my episode with her, you learn that she was a nurse for years. That was her career. And then she decided she wanted to get out, go off road, get to mountains and hiking and get some fresh air. And it's led to this.
Yeah.
So
It's really cool. So
lots of cool stories.
Yeah. And you start learning there's a lot of cool jobs out there that I didn't even know existed.
Oh, yeah.
So which is pretty cool to watch and to listen to and everything. So definitely check that out. By the way, speaking of merch, before we go on, I'm looking at my notes here. We do have discounts coming up, and it should be the same as it is for your merch as well, because you use the same website. So November 19th to the 23rd, you can save 25% on $70 orders, $70 or more orders. So your order has to be more than $70. But if you wait, and I usually wouldn't tell people to wait because I'm in sales, you don't supposed to do that. But I say wait, November 28th, set that up in your calendar to the November 30th. You can save 30% on $70 orders or more. So that's even more savings. So wait till then. That would be your Black Friday, right?
Yes.
That's your Black Friday sale. So Black Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as well. And then I think that Monday, there is a Cyber Monday deal.
It's like 20% off.
I think it's a little less, but Black Friday is the big sale. So if you want to get some merch,
I have my cart full.
Yeah. So there
Get
you
my
go.
Merch.
Still trying to get over this cold congestion thing. I don't think it's contagious at this point, but I still can't kick it. All right, what else is going on? Oh, and don't forget, if you're looking for floor liners, as long as your vehicle is in there, 3W is a great source, and I have an affiliate link down below if you're wanting to get some floor liners there. And
3W, if you're watching, I need C-Max.
I tell you what, the floor I like these. I've had people like, well, I like WeatherTech. I've had WeatherTech, and I said I had WeatherTech before these, and I can tell you, in my opinion, these are better.
Yeah,
they stay put. They don't move. My WeatherTechs move a little bit. These fit perfectly in there, and I love the material better than the WeatherTech material. In there about the same price as WeatherTech. I like them. So and the fact that they make for mine a first row, second row, and a cargo area.
Well, and it's not just
well.
a plain, simple liner. It actually has a pretty cool design etched into it too, right?
Yes. Yeah, the Bronco one is pretty cool. And what I like about another reason why I like this one too was not only do they have the all-weather mats, but on the back of the seats, they're textured because back of the Bronco, they're carpeted back there.
Yes.
Right, and you can get that all messy and everything. But they have on the backrest of that, so now I can just lay that down in it. And
now I will say the only thing about it is some of its tread. The only way you may be able to get that cleaned off is with a power washer.
Well, one of the things that they had asked me to do and I didn't do in the video, they wanted me to run them over, like with my vehicle, like put them in the mud, run them over, get them all mud, and then go and spray them and hose them off and show that
you run them over to get them muddy. You just find a muddy day and just stick them in the mud.
But they're saying they just hose right off, and I haven't had to do that, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with them so far. So again, I've had them for quite a while. Anyway,
you know what I did the other day?
What?
I washed my shoes. I wash my shoes every so often just so they fit tighter. Ran them through the wash, and I was like, why is everything covered in a nice fine silt? Like, where did this come from? Where is this sand from? And I was like, must be the Theo's shoes, because I put them in there too. Then I remembered that my shoes that I wear for working out is what I was wearing when we were at the dunes, and they were full of sand.
Sand never goes away. It's
it
like
doesn't.
Glitter.
It was awful.
I'm gonna try to keep my microphone away so I don't have this high and lows.
Yeah.
The system will StreamYard will actually try to level it out, so if I can stay the same distance the whole time, be all right. So,
are those floor mats on Amazon?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yep. And I don't know. I don't think my affiliate code works for Amazon.com, but I think you get a pretty good deal already on there. But yes, they are the same ones on Amazon. So there you go. Yep. And I think they're real similar to the Las Fit LASFIT. They look exactly the same. So I don't know if 3W kind of uses them. They're all one thing or not. I don't know, but they seem pretty similar. All right. So we got videos you're going to start seeing going live this week on some of our performance builds that I've actually, because of the build and price for all the different models that come out, I've actually had to put them on the back burner. So now that those are all done, we've got all those videos out. We will focus in on the performance vehicles. So you're going to see those. We saw one yesterday, LMX4 package, got the F-150 off-road package that we have, the Tremor R, custom classic as well. I've recorded like 3 of those already, and then some Roush videos. So we'll get those. We'll be going live in the next couple of weeks. We'll be trying to record videos on those, so people that are into the performance builds, you can kind of see what we do. What's really cool is that what we have, the different custom builds that we have that nobody else does. It's just a packaged vehicle that you can get that really other people are not doing.
Yeah.
And in fact, that's why we have been confirmed. We are the number 2 Roush dealer in the country right now, a number 1 Roush parts dealer in the entire United States. Nobody beats us in Roush parts because we have more Roush superchargers in our builds than anybody else is putting in their vehicles. We put them on every one of our Roush vehicles and a bunch of our custom builds. And so Roush, we're number 1 in parts. So we're not actually number 8 in sales when you look at the the Roush vehicle sales, but number 2 in the country, next to Galpin Ford, which is a big hitter in California. And the reason they're number 1 is because of their sales side, because they're number 1 in sales. But they're in California. They're in LA. They got a big population there. We're in little town of Salina, Kansas, of 50,000 people. So
47.
That's pretty cool. So
it's 47.
47,000. Okay.
47,000.
Anyway, all right. So we'll be getting those videos out and covering those. And I'm really excited. I can't say anything yet, but we have some cool things coming up this next year. So
I don't even know.
Yep. It'll be our 75th anniversary, 75 years of being a Ford dealer.
That's right.
Next in 2026. So we're pretty excited, and we have some pretty cool things planned for next year. So, especially when it comes to our performance builds and our custom builds. So we have some specialty things that we'll talk about in 2026, but it'll be fun. So yeah, pretty cool. Not too many dealers make it to 75 years. So that's pretty cool. All right, moving on. What else we got going on? That's that. Don't forget about the channels we like to support down there. All Train Nation, Johnny's Car Care and Reviews. Ragnarcon just had a video. He did a video recently. I watched it the other day on the battery to add to his cooler. So I actually am in the process of possibly Black Friday's coming up. So I'm looking at Set Power for a cooler. I want a cooler and refrigerator that has both. Right. So it divides it up into 2. So I can, the one I'm looking at, actually, you can make them both coolers, or you can make one a freezer, one a cooler. You can make the big one a freezer if you want, both of them a freezer. So I'm looking at that because there was our last trip where we wanted to freeze hamburger and stuff, and we didn't have a freezer because our refrigerator in the camper is just a refrigerator, no freezer. So, but also once overnight, it's not plugged in, it's not powered up. So it has a stored battery, but I want to be able to extend it. So Set Power has some good battery packs that will connect to your refrigerator, keep you going overnight. So anyway, looking at them. So anyway, and Set Power, if you watch any of this, hey, I'll do a video.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. I got to find a source over there. Anyway, I have that going on. But yeah, other than that, I don't know where I was going with that, but because Ragnarcon was doing a video. That's right.
Speaking of Ragnarcon,
we gotta say it one more time.
Ragnarcon. I was talking to Jess, and she's like, "So who's the Ragnarcon that you shouted out?" I was like, "Oh yeah, he does Bronco stuff over on his YouTube channel." She's like, "I'm gonna have to go check out his channel."
Oh, he's bigger in the forums than his channel is, of spreading the real news over there and everything on the Bronco Nation forum and the Bronco 6G. But
she's made her name with Bronco. So.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, all right. Speaking of members and such, I don't know if he is still a member or not. I think his membership was maybe expired, maybe accidentally expired. But let's do shout outs to our members.
Yes. They're all shouting him out.
There you go.
Alrighty. We are going to kick it off with Mike M. Thank you for that donation. Hello, all. Hope everyone's having a nice week. See, when he does it this way, it says Mike M. But then every time he posts after that, when it's not like that, it looks like that.
Weird.
So super chats equal real name.
We're going to talk about that later.
Yes.
We're going to get into that. We've been starting to do from the road articles, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit.
All right, we got Mike 52G. Hey, did everyone click the thumbs up?
Thank you.
We have Mid Coast Maine. Good evening, all. Bronco Rob, howdy. Let's see, Alan. Hello, all. Hope everyone is doing well. We missed you last week. Ford enthusiasts. Hello, everyone. S. Young. Hey, Ford fans. We have Voles. Remind me how many times Jack Roush visited Lon McArthur? At least 2.
Yeah, I think 2.
And then I think Jack Roush Jr.'s visited.
No, he was supposed to and got sick.
Oh, that's
Remember
right.
the last event?
Yep. My husband actually had a Mustang when Jack Roush came to visit, and he was signing Mustangs, and Lebo got his signed by Jack Roush.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the car anymore, but he does have a picture of him with Jack Roush with his dad in front of his car.
Oh, that's cool.
So, he doesn't have the car. One day his dad will pass. One day Jack Roush will be passed, and we'll have a picture of everyone.
Right.
All right, we have Mike 52, number 2 in Roush parts, number 1 in our hearts. All right, who do we have that I have yet to call out? We have Ridgeview, our wonderful moderator, up there in Maine, keeping an eye on our chat for us. We have Space Tech. I'm still green. So actually, if you go to Lon McArthur, and where did I see it? I saw it, and it actually told me when I would be dropping off membership or dropping from the $5.99 to the $1.99.
I think if you go to YouTube and look under, there's actually now a drop down for memberships, and that's where you can see it.
Yeah, it told me when I would drop off. Mine's actually tomorrow. So keep an eye on that. Did you see the event that Arkansas? Oh, okay.
See, when you click on that, you go down to purchases and memberships, and that's how you can see, and then that tells you the date.
Oh, that's nice.
Should we show that?
Yeah. Although they're going to be seeing everything.
No, here, let's show you. So you can figure that out. Let's share this. Some people probably don't care, but that's all right. We're going to share. Share screen. And we want the screen right here. So, they still can't see it yet. Add it. Here we go.
There.
So if you're on here, you can see you go up to the little icon right there, and you can go down to purchases and memberships, and you can see right there. So you can see there's a different channels and things that you've purchased over the time. So here's, you can see the super chats I've done right here. Actually, that's just purchases. Oh, okay. And the memberships are down below. So it shows in the memberships that we have, like the Lon McArthur channel has done, like we're members of that. And then there's where you can manage it.
See, next billing date.
Yeah.
That's when you would drop down.
Yep. So kind of shows you that. So right there. So that's where you would get that, is under there. So under memberships, and then you can manage your membership there. And that's where you should be able to, you can cancel, right? And that kind of stuff if it doesn't work by going to the drop down. Or to the membership tab. So there you go. There's that. Cool. Anyway. All right. Where were you at? Go ahead. Sorry.
Yes. I'm going to go down and get some water. Not sure if you saw the event Arkansas Broncos is doing in March.
I did see that on your Instagram you posted.
Yeah.
Saw that. That looks very interesting.
I was like, I'm pretty sure I've heard of something going on in Arkansas.
Need to start. It's that time of the year where I need to plan for next year's vacation. What we did last year, your mom and I, that was I've got to do that. We've got to do that every year because that was
do a nice long trip.
Yes, it was well worth it. Yeah, it was definitely something to get away. It really something that it was needed, and it was get away, get your vacation. We got to figure that out though. Got to figure out what we're gonna do.
I use vacation days for my hair.
Well, pretty soon. How much longer are you going to get? 3 weeks of vacation. You have 2 weeks now.
What is it? 10 years?
10 years?
10 years. I'm at 7 years right now.
Oh, got a couple years. I get 4 weeks, and I still have. I've looked, and I still have 4 days of vacation days left because a lot of the days I've been leaving is for job work related stuff. So, Silver Lake Sand Dudes was kind of like a vacation. I felt like, but we worked too. So one of those days was a work day.
Yeah.
So,
I'm trying to convince Lebo that we need to go do something. But I also kind of want to take off a week when my boys are at daycare and I can just get stuff done in the house.
Yep. March is usually spring break. So, once Barb's in, that's why summers is when we try to do as much as we can. Because when she's in school, she can only take 3 days off in a week, within a week.
I was going to ask my best friend Becca. Because, talking to Trista and Carissa, and they're best friends, right? Their husbands were best friends. That's how they became best friends. I'm like, it'd be really cool if my best friend would do that with me, Becca. But she's a teacher.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work.
Yeah. So.
Oh.
All right.
But I know she'd do it with me. Maybe when we're both retired.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're retired, you get a lot of sick time or a lot of vacation time. Yep. Got to get some stuff paid off before I can do that.
I need a few more years.
Plus, I think you guys would miss me if I was retired. And,
if you retired, I would still need you to come in on contract and do a live stream with me and help with, some other videos. So I need you to do at least that.
Yep. I enjoy the video part of it.
I'm not ready for you to retire.
The dealership part, the
dealership part I can handle. I can handle that.
Yeah. You get most of that. It's the videos is actually what I enjoy the most. So doing the videos.
Yeah.
So all right. And meetups. Like you mentioned a meetup.
You could go up to Oregon or go to Seattle or
I just need to be a bigger celebrity so that I can go and travel and call it a work expense.
No, like totally do a what's it called? A tour.
Right.
A show tour where you go and you do shows.
Yep. All right. Anyway.
Hey, if you guys can get the following and get us a couple of show events, we'll see what we can do.
All right. I got to do a better job of being able to do live streams while traveling because right now I'm not very good at that. So, All right. What else we got? Any more shout outs? We get them all?
I think so. I'm sorry if I haven't.
Do we need to do this?
Okay. I think I got everyone. Sorry if I missed you.
All right. Okay, that sounds good. Let's get into scheduling recap. And I don't know if I can do this. Last week it was 4 minutes long when I did scheduling recap, and it was really hard to cut it, condense it down into a short.
Well, you also hadn't done the video yet.
I actually had done the video. I just hadn't.
Right.
I didn't go live yet.
Posted it.
Well, today I did it twice, so I'm practiced up now. But yeah, I mean, the thing of it is, there's too many notes. I mean, I might have to divide this into a truck one and an SUV one. Divide the trucks into one and SUVs. I don't know. All right. Okay. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Do we even know what I'm doing here?
I have an idea, and I need to get it on paper before I forget about it.
All right, let's get into scheduling for this week. And this week's scheduling for most of the part is scheduling for those January production dates, and a couple of situations like Mustang and also Expedition. They're doing a little bit of December, as well as F-150 is doing some of December as well. And then Transit 2. So let's go through this real quick. Of course, order banks are open up for every trim level, every model. This week is going to be main commitment, which means stock and retail scheduling is going to happen. So as long as there's a retail, it'll try to schedule it first, and then otherwise it'll take stocks and use those allocations for those stock orders. On Mustang, exhaust availability for every engine. Don't know what that means, but there you go. Bronco Sport for 26 model year. Limited availability for the Outer Banks with the Sasquatch package, the Big Bend standard wheel or tire. Exhaust availability for Heritage Edition, Badlands. So look for the Big Bend with the black appearance or the off-road package, or the optional tire wheel where you get that tire. Bronco, exhaust availability for Raptor. Otherwise, you're good to go. Mach-e, no constraints. 26 Explorer. There are some constraints. Limited availability for the 2.3 liter EcoBoost engine, as well as exhaust availability for Active, ST Line, ST Line Street Package, and Platinum version. One of the things you didn't hear in there is trimmer, as well as the 3.0 liter engine. Active with the Active Comfort package will probably schedule. So that's a way to get Actives scheduled if your dealer need to use the allocation. Expedition, the only constraints here is exhaust availability for the trimmer and the King Ranch. So you want to be looking for Active and Platinum if you're a dealer out there. Maverick, don't forget you can order the light blue, but it won't get scheduled. Can't order the Marsh Gray. Also, the dealer installed option bed covers aren't going to get scheduled. Limited availability for the trimmer version, and also exhausted availability for the tire that's standard equipment on XL and XLT. So on those XLTs, you can go around that by adding the black appearance package or your FX4 package. Ranger, no constraints. It's scheduling. 26 Super Duty is scheduling as well at both plants. Limited availability for the F450 Platinum Plus package, and the wheel that's on the F350 Lariat King Ranch Platinum that's standard, and optional on XL and XLT. That's that 17-inch forged polished wheel, as well as the 17-inch forged polished wheel that you find on the heavy duty payload package for the F350. Also, your dually wheelbases are a constraint. F150, limited availability for the 5.0 V8, the 3.5 hybrid, the 2.7 gas engine, and the 18-inch gloss black wheel that you find on the STX 200B, as well as on XLT black appearance and Lariat black appearance package. Also, the paint colors, there's some different variations there, so you might have to look and see, because there's some argon blue, avalanche, and ruby red isn't available in some configurations on XLT, Lariat, and even STX. So you want to make sure you check that out. And the tailgate step, the 63T option, I think that's the flex bed, is no longer available on King Ranch Platinum, Platinum Plus, and Platinum in certain configurations. Lightning is not scheduling this month. And don't forget Transit, same as last week. So there you go. Don't know if I got that in under 3 minutes, but I felt like I was hurrying. So did you time me?
I did not.
No, should have to do that. Anyway, if not, we'll divide it into two. But any questions you have, or of course, go over to the video that went live right before this, and you can get a slowed down version if you'd like, with a little more understanding behind some of that. But there you go. So that's scheduling notes for this week. Any
All
questions?
Right. I don't believe so.
No questions on scheduling? So most of these people probably aren't scheduling. So there you go.
Route 66 is 100 next year.
Yeah. 100th anniversary. Who's going to do the Chicago all the way to California drive? That's what
I believe Alan said he's
thinking about
working on something.
That'd be cool. Anyway. Alrighty.
All right.
Some dealer news updates. I got just a couple here to cover. See if I can get the right one. All right. So one of them is that the Ford wants the Pro the Charge Station Pro 80 amp chargers back from dealers. So some of those chargers were put when part of the Power Promise. Dealers were asked to get chargers on hand so they could just give them to the customers and put them in their vehicles, or not put them in their vehicles, but give them to them so they could already have the charger. And a lot back then, it was an 80 amp charger. So some of these dealers still have them. It was a bailment agreement, so they want them back. So there's note in here about that. So hopefully that might mean that once they get those 80 amp chargers, because there were some people that wanted an 80 amp instead of the 48 amp for their vehicles, even though it doesn't really matter because you can't use an 80 amp because there are single onboard chargers now. So you'd have to have one of the ones with the dual chargers onboard charging to be able to use all 80 amp. But there you go. I still have one not installed. It's in my garage. I've had it for several years.
Alan says that they have a friends going. They're going to meet up and do most of it.
Oh, cool.
Maybe that's what you should do. Meet up with them and do Route 66 with them.
Yeah. All right. The other one they have in here is there is a tire deal coming up, national sales event coming up. Anyway, this is going on. It says the ending of the 4th event national tire offer, November 12th. Let's see here. It says in here it's being kicked off October 1st. And so you can get some discounts on tires if you're looking at certain brands, depending on what brand you're looking at. You can get a $100 off deal right now for tire rebate. So that's going on. So they want to make sure the dealers know about that and are ready for that. And this is pretty much going over the marketing plan that Ford has in place. Also, there's a get an $80 instant discount with the purchase of any installation of Ford Select tires as well. And then military. Actually, that's a military discount. So if you're in the military, you also get another $80 instant discount as well, I believe. So there you go. There's that. And then I got a couple from the Ford articles that I want to kind of go over and talk about. And one of them, somebody had mentioned just a little bit ago. I think it was Mike that did that. So let's see if we can pull this up and share my screen and talk about, I think it was Sunday, that they opened up the new headquarters for Ford. And I'm really hoping that we might get a chance to be able to see this. I think we're going to be going up there. So hopefully we'll be able to see the headquarters up there when we go up there. So I'm try to make some phone calls, see if we can make that work. But the Ford headquarters is now opened up, their new headquarters right here. And so you can check that out. There's a few photos here. We'll scroll through those. It includes several restaurants in there for their employees. So this will accommodate 4,000 employees. Wow. It says when completed in 2027, it will accommodate 4,000 employees. So there must be more to it. More construction going on. I did hear from some people that work there that there is a little bit longer walk because of the construction going on.
I heard that too.
So yeah, so it does say in here it's centrally located to 15. From what I understand, it's more than a 15-minute walk for them to go around construction, because where they have to supposed to park, it's like a long walk around to where they're at. So yeah. Anyway, they get a good brisk walk before they get in. See, they just call that exercise. Twice a day, they get a nice long walk to work.
15-minute walk.
Yeah. Anyway, but this looks pretty impressive here. And so looking at some of those different rooms, they're able to, have offices, but also have other meeting rooms they can go to that's and such. They're going to do a lot more with being able to do things on hand there. But they're kind of showing some of the different rooms that they have already in place. Looks pretty cool. Also, something I noticed is not only all the restaurants, but also they have kind of talks about their lobby and what it looks like there. But their vehicles can be in there and be on different floors. So they're kind of showing their little showcase here in there. And I think within there, they have a GTD. I think they have a Maverick Lobo. They had an F-150 Lobo, I think I noticed. Expedition Trimmer. So pretty cool. Some Lincoln vehicles too. But pretty cool. But I think it showed that those, like the vehicles, there's all the different restaurants, like 6 different restaurants in here to choose from, including pizza and different types of cuisine there. Mediterranean to pizza, it says in here. There you go. Looks pretty cool. But energy rooms, you can take the full-size vehicles into these rooms, and they can talk and collaborate, go over things, right?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. And the vehicles can be moved into the rooms and everything. They actually show, there you go, this here where they could be moved around.
Wow.
And from what I understand, thick concrete floors, but they have actually vehicle elevators that can
Well,
take them
yeah.
to different floors.
Yeah, you'd have to. Otherwise, you need a nice ramp to go to that stops at all the floors.
We actually, so I don't know if you remember this, but well, you wouldn't remember it because I don't remember it because it was before we were alive. But downtown, there's a place that where they used to actually have not McArthur Ford, but what it was before McArthur Ford. It was like Kansas Motors or something.
Yeah.
And the showroom was on the 3rd floor.
Yeah.
And they drove them around to get up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or service was on the 2nd floor, I think.
I think service is on the 2nd floor, and then they had offices on the 3rd.
Yeah. So when you had to take a vehicle to service, you had to go up this ramp.
Yeah.
But if it couldn't run, have fun with that. Because sales was on 1st floor, but service was on 2nd.
Yeah.
So they had to drive the vehicles up to there to get them serviced.
Yeah.
Anyway, but there you go. So that is up and running. They had a big open house on Sunday. Pretty cool. So there you go. And then this in here, let's share this tab. Another article that came out. You can now shop your certified pre-owned Ford vehicles on Amazon Autos. It's coming up. It's in select markets right now. It's not available yet, but your Ford Blue Advantage vehicles and your Gold certified. And we are one of the top certified dealers in the zone, not only in our state. We're like number one in the state, is like one of the top in the state, like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Mel Hamilton does a pretty good job, but we are really high in our zone as well. I think we were like 1st or 2nd in our zone. And even nationally, we're in the top 10 or something.
Yeah.
So we have plenty of certified vehicles, and we sell a lot of certified vehicles, right? And it gets you a lot of different things there. But it does say mention in here a 14-day, 1,000-mile money-back guarantee. Gold certified, blue certified.
EV.
The difference is that we can blue certify non-Ford vehicles.
Yes.
So gold certifieds are going to be usually Ford vehicles, but we can blue certified other makes, EV certified, and then online shopping and finance. So basically, we actually looked this up because right now it's just available in Los Angeles, Seattle, and Dallas, with plans to expand to other markets. We've already got we've gotten some of the information on making these so that we can have our vehicles on there. And from what I understand is that you have to be able to do everything completely online.
Right.
So basically, they're going to go on Amazon Autos. They can purchase that vehicle, sight unseen, purchase it, finance it, pay for it, and then schedule a pickup time. And it's that easy. It does say in here the customers can browse participating inventory within 75-mile radius, view itemized pricing, and secure financing from a selection of banks, including Ford Credit, and all on Amazon.
Yeah. Space Tech says nationwide buying. Great stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, so we'll see, because for one, dealers do not have to, like Ford vehicle dealers, they do not have to do this if they don't want to. So there are going to be some dealers that may not like that, because you have to have a set pricing, financing everything, and and everything, whether it be pricing, there's negotiation, there's even your financing options, being able to sell warranties and everything. You have to have itemized pricing in all your financing things. If you want a warranty or whatever, you have to have a set price in there for everything. So you basically set it, and you win it or you don't.
Right.
And so you don't have an option. So you have to be competitive with that for other dealers. So some dealers may not be comfortable with that, because there's a lot of possible gross that could be lost there if they do this. So not all dealers will probably participate in this. So we'll just have to see. But we're going to participate in it. It looks like. So we're going through trying to get everything we need to get that secured, so we can have our vehicles on Amazon Autos too. So anyway, we'll see.
So Alan said that Ford needs the Carvana machine. Not maybe the Carvana machine, but like a tower where they can just put their older models up there. Kind of like a nice little thing that you can go up and look around and go up to the next floor, look around, go up. Nice tower of all their years of vehicles.
I don't know. All right. Okay. This other one came out today. The Bronco Wild Fund turns 5 years. So since the Bronco came out, they've been committed to taking a little bit of every purchase, every Bronco sold, to go towards the Bronco Wild Fund, and they've committed $200,000 so far for wildlife recovery. So that's pretty cool. So kind of goes into that. I won't read all that article. You can go to fromtheroad.ford.com if you want to learn more and more about it. But
I need to get some of those ladies.
So there you go.
I need to talk to some of them.
Pretty cool. So they've helped with California state parks. Looks like a big percentage gone to there because some of them, need help rebuilding. They mentioned this funding is specifically directed towards state parks impacted by the recent Pacific Palisades fire, including our celebration venue, Will Rogers State Historic Park, which has been working diligently to reopen after sustained damage. So anyway, so great that they're helping with that. And I'm glad that buying a Ford Bronco, I was able to help with this. Anyway, but they also do have some Bronco Wild Fund days that they've been participating in. So check for those each year. Where there's different state parks that they have this open for. Also, you can see that other different strong partnerships that they have, along with the Sons of Smoky, Tread Lightly, American Trails. You can see all those right there, Outward Bound USA, and all those. So Sons of Smoky will go out and they'll pick days. They'll go out and pick up the trails,
right?
Trash and stuff like that. So anyway, but there you go. 2 million trees across the U.S. since 2020, which includes planting a tree for every Bronco and Bronco Sport sold through 2024.
Wow.
There you go.
That's awesome.
I planted a tree. Anyway, pretty cool. So there you go. There's all that right there. So there you go. So that's that. Any questions?
No.
Regarding that, sorry. Nope. Nope. All right.
Nada.
Guess what? We got recalls next. There's only 2 recalls.
Woohoo!
There we go. All right. Okay. So first one here is for 2020 and 2021 and 2023 model year Mustangs. Only 3 vehicles are affected by this, so it must be one of each year because there's only 3 vehicles in 3 different years. Does say, according to Ford's records, certain 2020, 2021, and 2023 model year Mustang vehicles may not have the remedy for compliance recall 23C35 installed correctly, but were recorded as having received the repair successfully. It's technically isn't a recall. It's a, hey, you didn't get yours fixed right when you had it done. Anyway, so it does say that owners will be notified within 60 days to remedy this. So the affected vehicles may not conform to the requirements from the Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standards for brake systems warning indicators. When the brake fluid is depleted from the reservoir, the brake system warning indicator lamp will not illuminate. So there you go. The other one is Safety Recall 25SC6. And this in here is an advance notice. Recall is not available. Well, wait a minute. No, that is not an advance notice. Anyway, this has to do with 2025 model year Escape and Maverick vehicles. Electric brake booster replacement. This one doesn't have a number on it. Oh, it says U.S. population of affected vehicles is 4. So only 4 vehicles are affected by this one here. It says affected vehicles have electric brake boosters that were built with an incorrect electronic control unit cover. The incorrect ECU cover could lead to internal temperatures exceeding the specification limits for ECU printed circuit board components. This condition has the potential for premature component breakdown and failure, which could ultimately result in loss of brake boost and vehicle stability control features, increasing the risk of a crash. So anyway, it has all the different requirements here. It does say the letters of those owners will go out the week of December 1st. So those 4 owners. So there you go. That's that. Okay.
All right.
Any questions?
Don't think so.
We can't get to our topic 15 minutes early.
So I was talking to my friends today, and they bought a F-150, and he's like, hopefully it doesn't have all those Ford recalls and breakdown. I was like, actually, a recall means that Ford is aware of the problem and they're trying to fix it. And he's like, what? I was like, well, it means that they're aware of the problem. So if you see a recall for your vehicle, it means it's not going to break down. It just means that they have a fix for it, so you can bring it in and get it fixed.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, okay. It's like, so actually a recall is a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, especially a recall that is not an advance notice that they already know what how to fix it.
Right?
So, all right. Okay, well, if nothing else, I don't have an is it true? You guys, you got any questions out there that you maybe that that people might think it's true and we can dispel? Anybody? Should have posted that question out there before we got started. If not, we can come back to the
What'd
is
you
it true?
do over the weekend?
Nothing.
We didn't touch on that. You did nothing?
I did nothing.
You had my kids over.
Yeah. So what did you do? We had your kids.
Saturday, I got my kids up and out the door into gymnastics. And then after that, took them home, tried to do craft time, and that just turned into utter chaos because my 3-year-old does not craft for more than 5 minutes. So
Nope. So when the boys came over, we did different things. We did a couple different projects with them. So one of them, we had Legos. So each of the 3 older boys, so Jaden and Will and Theo, each had a Lego thing they could put together. So I helped the boys put that together. Wow.
Which I
Your
think
mom
we
tried
forgot to take home with us.
Yes, she did. While your mom was trying to get the youngest to take a nap, I tried building Legos with them, and they did pretty well. Theo did pretty well for a little bit. I was helping him with his, and then I was showing the other 2 boys. So we were I was basically a teacher. So we were going through and showing, hey, you got this piece. Let's put it together here. This is where it goes. And we did that for a little while. And about halfway through, Theo was gone.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm bored.
He painted 2 little slots on an ornament and then was done with that. So then we started coloring. And as soon as he realized that his marker, because I got the ones with like the little black felt dividers on them, because I was like, oh, this will help him stay within the lines. No, Theo just smashed his marker into it and rubbed off all the felt off of it. But initially when he first tried doing it and found resistance, he was like, nope, I'm done. He put 2 marks on it and then walked away. So craft time was a disaster.
Well, with the 2 older ones, we were able to get them put together, and they did a really good job. But yeah. So anyway,
yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah,
Sunday brought the kids over to you, and I had movie time.
Yeah,
I got to sit down.
So, well, that's good.
I was gonna clean house, and did not. So.
Well, anyway, all right.
So, has Ford come up with a fix for the fuel pump recall on Bronco yet?
I don't know.
Okay. 25 SB5 Bronco seat frame height adjustment pivot bolts loose.
Yep.
Parts are not available yet.
I think we covered that last week or the week before. And we said it was an advance notice. Anytime it's an advance notice means they don't have the fix yet, or they don't have the parts available yet. One or the other. So in this case, usually when they have an advance notice, they know what the fix is. It's just whether or not they have the parts and supply enough, or getting the instructions together to get to dealers. So,
when we were in Silver Lake, we talked to a guy, and he said that he actually helped with a recall once, figuring out instructions. So he actually had to perform the recall and come up with instructions step by step.
Yeah.
It's interesting how
So-
they hired that out third party.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So, all right. It's just so I'll just weld the seat into place.
I think is it the top? I thought it was at the top. I thought it was the top part, but I don't remember. I didn't think there were that many people affected by it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Evidently he is.
All
I
right.
don't think I was. I think it was certain years. I don't know.
All right. So my first question: what is our topic?
You know what our topic is. We talked about
Okay.
it.
So introduce the topic.
All right. So we're going to talk about the Baja 1000.
Okay. So that brings me to my supposed to be first question. What is Baja 1000?
Baja 1000 is the ultimate desert race.
Okay.
So Baja was score.
Yes. Score.
All right.
Baja
It's
1000.
Score International. So Score stands for something off road.
Something off road. That's the SO.
The OR is off road. It's a good question. Google it. Pull it up. You can Google it just as well as I can.
Score International. So what is Score?
Baja 1000, 850-mile fever dream of geology and grit, where advantage dissolves as quickly as the sun drops beneath the Pacific. Racers call it the coin flip of the desert.
I think that's supposed to be
50-50.
geography, not geology. Geology is the study of rocks. Geography is terrain.
Dream of, I don't know. You'd think. All right. Consider this an ultra marathon event. The average is did not finish. The rate is 38%. So think about that. So more than about a half don't finish this race. So, and it's where Ford likes to test their vehicles because it's the ultimate, right? We got the Baja Bronco shirt here. So back in the day, they would, it was unheard of to take a stock vehicle and be able to complete this race.
Yes.
Right. It's just unheard of. The Baja Bronco was the first, the one that they took the Ford Bronco and actually completed it with the stock Bronco. Well, even now, and he won with a stock Bronco. So now you'd have to beat all the trophy trucks. It's impossible for a stock vehicle off of a showroom to be able to win this because those trophy trucks are just insanely made, that they can now that they weren't able to do back then. There's just no way that a stock Bronco is going to win the whole thing.
Ford's lineup are those considered stock?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because those are for the most. There are some certain things that they can modify and still be considered stock.
Stock means it came from the factory that way.
Yes.
So now, all these races have come up, and they're like, well, people aren't beating those with stock vehicles. So then companies come up with a stock vehicle that's outfitted for racing and can make it in the stock class.
Yes.
I don't believe that that's stock. I don't believe that should qualify as stock.
A Raptor version is something you can purchase. Like if they can come in here and buy an F-150 Raptor, a Bronco Raptor, a Ranger Raptor, right? They can buy those now off of a vehicle showroom. I don't believe that
should be considered stock. I believe that's an upfitted stock vehicle.
It's still...
I know.
All these are the Raptors can be purchased off of showrooms. So
I know.
Now there are some you can tell these aren't what are on our showroom right now, right? So there's certain modifications that they have to put in them to pass safety regulations. So a lot of the seats are taken out and 5-point harness seats are put in for safety.
Okay.
So certain things that have to be done for safety purposes, they can add lights to them. Because you're going to be racing at night. They can do some stuff like that, but suspension can't be upgraded from what I understand from stock. Now, with that in mind, we can go back to last year. Remember we talked last year and it was kind of went under the radar.
Yes.
Was where Ford engineers took a Bronco. I could tell they didn't say what model it was. It was a Bronco Outer Banks Sasquatch.
Right.
2.3, the 2.3 engine with a 10-speed automatic, and they took that as stock, had to switch the seats out. Other than that, they even had the stock wheels, I believe, and the tires I think were different, but that was okay. And they raced that and they completed it. So they finished the Baja 1000 last year,
Right.
and in my opinion, not a Raptor version, a
Which
non-Raptor
is what
stock
I
vehicle.
consider stock.
Yes. So I think that was a big deal. It kind of went under the radar because it wasn't, they didn't win their class, the stock class, because when they finished, but they finished with their vehicle.
Yeah.
Which I just thought was crazy. But yes.
So SCORE International most commonly refers to two distinct organizations, an off-road racing sanctioning body founded by Mickey Thompson and a Christian missions organization that runs short-term and long-term mission trips. So the off-road racing organization is known for the Baja 1000. We don't need to talk about the other one, but it's a sanctioning body for off-road desert racing. So there's actually two SCORE internationals, one for off-road racing and one for missions.
That's cool. Anyway, there you go.
So it doesn't say what the acronym means.
I know the OR is off-road, and I can't remember. I thought it was SC might have been Southern California, but I don't know.
Okay, here. I should be able to get it. Southern California Off-Road Enthusiasts.
Okay, there you go. All right. And so this year's race was 850 miles. They called it Baja 1000. Some years it's actually 1,000 miles. Some years it's shorter.
Which actually, they asked how many miles, but come down here and they say 1,000 is a bit of misnomer, as 23 was actually a 1,300-mile race. Competitors were given an official time limit of 45 hours.
Yeah, this year was 850 miles.
Yeah, it's sometimes longer, sometimes shorter.
So there's the 4 teams that Ford put in, and I there's a bigger story here that I want to talk about. I'm going to first talk about the 4 teams, but there's another one that I want to talk about that I think is a bigger deal than this. And of course, Ford put out these teams. They put in 4 teams. They know half 50-50. It's funny is they even knew that this was going to happen, but they put 4 teams in, and I think their thought was at least 2 of them would complete the finish. I mean, really, to be honest, there's no reason why all 4 of those vehicles shouldn't have been able to complete this. I mean, if the way that Ford is touting this is that this is the ultimate vehicle, right? Anyway, 4 teams in. They put 2 in the full size class, 2 in the mid size class, right, for stock. So the 2 F-150 Raptors. There's one was a Raptor R, one was a Raptor with a 3.5 EcoBoost, and then the Bronco and the Ranger Raptor. Those were put in the mid-size class. So actually, they do show the teams down here. There you go. Now, what it is 2 sets of a driver navigator, or no, 3 sets of a driver navigator set. So each of those. So 4 times 6. So 24 people that Ford put together, racers for this. So I know the Bronco Raptor team back there was the RTR team. So you had Vaughn. Actually, Lauren Healy started it. He went the first 9 or 10 hours. Vaughn came in and did the night run, and then Bailey Campbell finished it up. And those were the 3 drivers. And I know the F-150 that finished, the non-Raptor one, I believe is this one over here, was the Brad Lovell team. So I don't know if they actually talk about the different teams and who all was included in those. But a lot of them,
that's what I want to know.
A lot of them pre-run that course. Yeah, they don't go into the teams in here. But let's go over to this article here, because this is the finishing article, which I have not read yet. And you can see actually there's the RTR team in the Ford Bronco. They got first, and they finished before. I think they finished before the F-150 did. I don't know for sure, but. Scored a double class. Funny score. Double class wins at the 25 Baja 1000. What I think is funny is that the Raptor R did not finish.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a supercharged 5.2 liter.
It kind of just goes to show it may not be about the vehicle, but the driver.
Yep. So there you go. Team 8135. 35 F-150 Raptor conquered the miles. So Brad Lovell and Adam Lovell, Austin Robinson, Byron Lovell, Jason Shire, say that.
Sure.
Thank you. And Jason Berger. So they all teamed up. So those are the drivers for that vehicle there. So there you go. Does it say their time? I don't think it mentions their time. But there you go. So the Lovell team, Lovell Racing, and then the midsize, you have Lauren Healy and Eric Davis as a navigator. Vaughn Gittin and Jeremy Dickinson was a navigator. Bailey Campbell and Brian Crofts. Yeah.
Showcased.
Yeah, there's supposed to be a space in there. So there you go. So there's that.
Do these not go through editing?
I don't know. They must have been in a hurry.
Must have been.
Anyway, so there you go. So those are the teams and how well they did, and so that was pretty cool.
So I want to make a note that out of that picture, that original picture of all the Ford racers and navigators, it looked like there was one, maybe two women.
Yes,
I know Bailey Campbell for sure.
Yeah,
but then I don't know who the other one was. But how? Yeah. I mean, how many people were there? There were what, 6 per vehicle? 6 competitors per vehicle?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So out of those, all of that, I see maybe 2 women.
Maybe here. I don't know. It's hard to tell. I think it doesn't have all the names, so it's hard to tell.
No.
But yeah. But there you go. Oh, wait here. Here's a breakdown per team.
Yeah, that looks like it's a woman.
So there's your
Lovell. No,
that's the Raptor RT.
Yeah.
There's the RTR one. And then there's a Lovell team.
Yeah.
There. So anyway, and I know Brian and Melissa Clark, they went down there and they watched, and I know they're big supporters of the Lovells because they know them pretty well. They're from Colorado as well, based out of Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
So we got a chance to meet them when we were there.
Yeah.
And
I wasn't there.
Okay, that was last year then.
That was the year before that.
The year after we went.
Yes, the second year.
Yeah, the second year is when I was able to meet
You
Brad.
brought me his sticker though. It's over there.
Yeah. I was able to meet Brad. He was there. Anyway, so yeah, and of course we've met Vaughn and Bailey. So
yes.
Which is super nice. So there you go. Anyway, but what I really want to talk about, and it might actually take a little bit of searching here, but is Team 301. I want to talk about this one. These teams here, those are Ford racing teams. They spend, Ford, puts a lot of money into those vehicles, making sure they're right. They use Ford engineers to engineer those vehicles and everything to make sure that they can handle this race. And what I really want to talk about is this team. 301. See if I can get some information on him. And I know I follow him on Instagram. We met him at Supercell Colorado, 2023, right? A couple years ago. But see if we can pull up his Instagram here and see if it'll let us do this without logging in. Might take a little while, but RJ, is it Zonin? I think RJ Zonin. Zanin. Okay, so he is. If you get him on Instagram, he's Pew Pew Kachu. If you've probably traded with him, he's got patches. He does this, but he took 5 months ago. He purchased a Bronco from a salvage yard.
Okay, now that I see his channel, I know exactly which sticker is his.
All right. So let's share this. And let's get this up here on the screen. So this is the story I really want to talk about because he took a Bronco that he found. I think it's down here. Wants me to log in. Hold on a second. I don't know. I don't think I can log in. Yeah, shoot. Wants me to log in. Anyway, All right, so it wants me to log in. Anyway, so he took a Bronco 5 months ago from a salvage yard that he found it, and decided he was going to get enter the Baja 1000.
Okay.
So what is really cool about him and his team is that they haven't raced Baja before. So
Mm-hmm.
they were all novice. I think there was one person on their group that actually did some competitive racing, but he maybe I can do it. Maybe I can do this. Maybe I can go into meta without having or to threads, but they had never raced a race like this before, and
Right.
they took this Bronco and they in 5 months and they built it up from a salvage yard and they raced the Baja 1000 and with this team. And what's really cool is a lot of support from other people in the Bronco community on this. So, like I said, he's met people at different races or different events for Bronco. There are people that I know that we follow.
Yeah.
Bronco that was there, and some others. I know that he had sponsors from Tom's Off Road,
Yeah.
Bronkbuster, which we've seen him at different events. And in the way a lot of them came together, and from what I understand, a lot of them volunteered to be there
Yeah.
and was his support. And not only that, but on top of all this, he did the whole thing by himself.
Right.
It wasn't 3 drivers. He drove the whole race.
Yes.
All 850 miles he drove himself. They switched out navigators from what I understand, because I did see one spot where they were at the pits and they were switching things out. The drivers were getting out and different a navigator was getting in. And, he did the whole thing. He Ironmanned it, as they were calling it, which is you just don't see anymore, right? Because that means he drove, he was awake for 2 days, no sleep that night, right, to finish, and he got first in class 3. So
Bronco Rob said all but one of his crew had ever raced.
Yes.
Ever.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
And what's to see is that the Bronco community that surrounded him. I mean, he had this vision, he had this passion to do this, and which is give him all the credit and everything. But also, he would probably say this too. He got a lot of support from the community and a lot of people that are willing to come up and share that. Because a lot of times you have a crew that will follow and for your pit. And so I know that Bronco, I think it was his Bronco that they were driving, and that was, they were driving his Bronco to go to the next spot. So they would jump on the highway and come around and get ahead of them and be there for the next pit stop and everything. But
which is awesome.
Yes. But it took a 2-door Bronco, and we know it was a non-Raptor.
Yes.
Right. Version that he upgraded,
which
and
it
everything
came from a junkyard.
Yeah. So it wasn't considered a stock because of some of the suspension and all that he had on it.
Yes.
So that's why he wasn't in the stock class. And that's why, but he got first in class 3 or something, which is pretty awesome. He's actually the only one that finished in that class.
Yeah.
All the others didn't even finish. So, which is incredible. So, but kudos to him. And that's a story that I want to be able to get out there is look at how the Bronco community came through. Plus a guy that had, I from looking at Instagram, I don't think that he was like a Jeep person necessarily or into racing before this. I think he got into it from the Bronco.
Right. I think he kind of
Diamond non-Sasquatch.
I think he became friends with Bronco and a couple of other people in the area that they're in Kentucky, I believe is where it is.
I thought he was from Texas or Arizona. I think he's West Coast.
I was talking to and maybe he went up to,
because I know Tyler for Bronkbusters from Texas, and I think Bronco's from like Arizona or somewhere in that or Utah area, I think.
Okay.
And so I think a lot of them are
California.
California. Okay. So yes, but yeah, pretty awesome. So it was a Black Diamond on Sasquatch. So yeah, that's what's cool is to see that, for one, that you can take a great Bronco like that and that you can, fix it up and it can do that. So, yeah. It's just awesome to see. So, so kudos to him. So I want to make sure that, the Ford teams are great. They did great. But like even Melissa said, the Bronco Raptor is just bred to go out and do that. It is made for that. It's got the beefed up suspension from the factory, that Fox suspension that's on it, that Haas 4.0 suspension, it's built in from the factory to go and do that. Right.
Yeah.
One of the things that I don't get for a Raptor is, for one, I can't afford a Bronco Raptor. For two is that there's a lot of situations where I don't go and race like that.
Yeah.
But I'm curious. So I don't know how long it took them. Can you pull up the standings from the score? Do they have the?
I don't know.
I was going to look up the.
But look at all those badges on there from all the supporters.
Yeah, from I had that pulled up there. Can you get the? I want the results, race results, because it'll have times. I'm curious on how long it took them to complete it. Is what I want to know. So there's the different classes. Oh, okay, pro, stock.
I have 168 teams that officially started. Only 92 finished.
Stock full size. So it shows the lap. I guess it's just one lap.
Mm-hmm.
Is that 25 hours? Is that what that is? So 25
Yes.
hours.
Because the allotted time was 36 hours this year. So John Williams did not finish because he was at 38 hours.
They had to do it in how long?
36.
Oh, I see. So he finished, but not in the time allotted.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense of why the team that got second place in that class 3 said do not finish, but he was one place behind him.
Yes. It's
So
because of the time.
the time.
Brad Level finished in 25 hours. 25 hours almost on the dot. Do you see that? 25 hours and 50 seconds. That's awesome.
All right, I was trying to figure out how fast they were going. Would that be 34 miles an hour? Yep. So they were averaging 34 miles an hour. So think about that. So when I think of some of the races and everything, I guess in my mind, I've never done this before or seen, even been there, but I think of them just busting through that, going 50 miles an hour across the desert.
No, they're going on average 36 miles per hour,
which is still pretty fast off road. Because I've gone on some trails where I've gotten up to 15, 20. That's moving pretty fast. 20 miles an hour on an off road situation.
You have to think 35
with loops
is
and
what
stuff.
you're allowed to go down some of our roads here.
Yeah. So yeah, that's still hauling. So all right, so
especially when you're going through endless silt, bottomless mud, hidden ruts, jagged rock, rain, and more rain.
So class 3. So he finished, and what was it under? Actually, it says he didn't finish, but they showed him with an award. That's what's funny. 36 hours. You said he had to be under 35 hours.
36. So he missed it by 8 minutes.
36. But they gave him an award and everything.
Yes. So maybe because he was.
They had to award a first place to somebody.
Yeah.
But he won by 9 minutes. Crazy.
But for going out and doing that,
it's crazy.
Being only 8 minutes over that time frame, that's amazing.
Yep. But also that means he drove that Bronco for 36 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
I bet you he was tired when he was done. That's all I gotta say.
Because they keep that vehicle moving.
Yeah.
They don't stop unless it's for a pit stop.
Yep. Getting gas and checking a vehicle over, that kind of stuff. So all right. So full size.
Did he stay awake for 36 hours then?
Yeah, he's the only one that drove it. Yeah. So the Von Gittin team finished in 30 hours and 33 minutes. So the F-150 beat them by 5 hours. So
wow.
So first, there were only 2 teams in the mid class, and it was the 2 Ford teams. So they were almost guaranteed a first place.
Right.
Yeah, as long as they finished. Somebody had to finish, though, right?
So the Bronco Raptor secured first in class, 80th overall.
Now the stock full size.
And they had mechanical setbacks.
Who did?
Von Team
Right.
766 mechanical setbacks that would have sidelined some teams.
Crazy. So the
They
Ford
swapped.
team that finished, and then their second place is 31 hours. I don't think that was a Ford team. And
No.
then the other Ford, there were 3 in the full size
Mhm.
category.
So they had to swap a front differential
Huh.
in a makeshift pit area on the side of the course.
So it didn't handle the course.
No, they
'Cause it
had
to-
to swap a front differential.
just open it up and just put a rear locker. You're good. Go.
Oh man, that's why. See, there they are swapping it. I'm reading Melissa's article. It's a lot more
okay.
intuitive to what happened with Ford.
There you go. So check out Melissa's article on the Bronco Nation, the Bronco Nation forum. So there you go.
Yeah,
Oh, that's the Ranger Raptor
yeah.
team. They're finishing out that one. I'll have to go back and watch.
Which
read that,
also had major front end damage. The truck dropped a wheel violently into a rut, causing major front end damage and resulting in significant delays while waiting for parts and repairs. Later, at the same impromptu pit where the Bronco Raptor and Raptor R were serviced, the Rangers stopped to have brakes bled and additional repairs made. So that would put them back pretty far.
Yeah.
Oh, Amy Mildwaters.
There you go. Co-driver.
You know, I knew if I read Melissa's article, I would find the other women that were racing for Ford because she lists everyone.
Yeah. There you go. Yep.
See, if you don't know the answer, I find Melissa because Melissa has the answer.
Right. So the other team finished in 30. The other Ford team did finish it 38 hours and 51 minutes. So they probably had to replace something too.
What team is that?
8152.
8152.
So that's the Raptor R.
Nearby, the Raptor R was receiving urgent attention. The truck developed a significant rotational noise, forcing driver Jason to navigate extremely difficult terrain and two-wheel drive for several punishing miles, along with co-driver, and the team pushed through adversity that would have knocked many competitors out. So they had to go in two-wheel drive.
So both all the teams actually finished. It says did not finish, but technically all the teams finished, just not all of them finished within the acquired time limit.
Yeah.
Because the Ranger Raptor finished in 36 hours, 26 minutes. So they were passed by 26 minutes. So there you go. So they missed the time limit of 26 by 26 minutes.
So
and the Raptor R finished too.
Yes.
But
so the only
not
team
in a
that
lot of
didn't
time
have mechanical problems Level.
was the Brad Level team.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know if they said what year those vehicles were. I'd be curious to see.
Don't.
Stay away from those years.
Right? Although
if you want to go run Baja.
Yeah, Raptor R didn't make it across.
Well, it did, but
it did, but it didn't make it in that time frame.
Yes. Crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
Overall combined trophy truck. So the first place got it in 15 hours.
Oh my gosh.
10 minutes, 10 hours before the Brad Level team finished. But those are trophy trucks. Those things are, I mean, they're made to just, they did a little bit faster. They probably went 50 miles an hour through there.
Well, it's a score trophy truck. So is that provided by the
I don't know.
Baja benefactor?
I don't know. But your early ones are all trophy trucks. But crazy legends. Legends means that they're older vehicles.
Oh, yeah.
From what I understand.
Score trophy truck spec, Pro UTV Open.
Yeah, UTV, that'd be your like razors and stuff like that, right? I did see that Shelby Hall did not compete. She went in support for her boyfriend Brady, who was competing for one of the Razor teams.
Yes.
So, anyway, crazy. They're all mostly trophy trucks and UTVs in that top class. And then there's class 10, 20 hours.
Baja is never just team versus team. It is team and machine versus Baja itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and she even has RJ in here.
Oh, good.
One of the most compelling stories we followed this year is the journey of RJ and his two-door Class 3 Bronco, competing against a 3 vehicle field, including a team with deep Baja experience and highly modified Bronco. RJ and his own volunteer crew of mostly Bronco owners brought passion, heart, and relentless determination to the desert. He finished first in class, but heartbreakingly missed the official cutoff by 8 minutes and 36 seconds. Although there is still an inquiry in place, it appears like as of now, those results are standing. Still, he did finish. He earned his finishing medals and Class 3 winning trophy, and he drove every single mile himself.
Crazy. So that's why he got the play for finishing. So he got a medal for finishing and everything. So yeah, it shows. Yep, bunch of Bronco owners, right, getting together again. That's part of the Bronco community. That's like the compelling thing. So it'd be pretty awesome to chat with him. But yeah. Great.
He had 2 navigators. Austin, who jumped in early and on the second day and stuck it out with him. So he had 2 navigators to help him.
Yeah.
Man, okay, so they say Rebel is hard. That's 10 days, but at least you get to rest. He drove 36 hours straight.
Yeah.
I mean, who can stay up for 36 hours in itself, let alone driving the entire time?
And I've, I'm sorry, I've done some off-roading and I've spent a day off-roading, but I mean, because you can get pounded if you're going a little faster. Because there were some trails where we were going along and we realized it's like this trail is going to take a lot longer than we thought if we keep going at this pace. So I actually picked it up, and there were some little bumps, and I mean it was like like you really like you feel that pounding when you're done, and to do that for 36 hours straight, that is crazy. So that takes a lot out of you, but yeah. Pretty awesome, fun to talk about, and maybe it's something we'll have to do. Yeah. One of these years we might have to.
So his first navigator was Kim Brown, and he was the only one with the race experience.
There you go.
Yeah, a lot of those trucks are only 2-wheel drive. Ooh.
Crazy. There you go. Rear locker is all I need.
Let's do it.
So we're going through pricing today because we do pricing. And so we were going through the Broncos, and the two Big Bens that I ordered in. It's one of them's been here for a little while. I'm like, these I think they're like $8,500 off is what we're doing on those. And so it's like I was like, hey, you're getting that price close to my price range. And he goes, oh, you want the Big Ben Coastal? I'm like, actually, I'm not a big fan of the Coastal Bronco. And so I said, and then the other one that I am a fan of doesn't have a rear locker. That's a must. Right? I gotta have a rear locker.
Yeah. So Bronco Rob says official results still under inquiry because a landowner locked a gate on the race course before the race was over. So they would have had to find a way around.
That would make it difficult
and cause a time delay.
Yeah.
But how long of a time delay is the question?
Yeah.
So.
There you go.
Okay, so I was thinking, I was like, could I do an off-road race? Because you and I both know 10 minutes into a road trip to Kansas City, I'm asleep.
Your mom has fallen asleep while we were off-roaded before.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
We've had some times on the trail where I'm going along and it's not hard, not difficult, right? And I'm just driving along and the sun's coming in, right? And we're kind of doing this, and she's falling. Okay, but she's falling asleep.
I feel like if I have a job to do and I have been well rested beforehand, I could do it.
Oh yeah, and I mean, it was just like she was like, we didn't have. I mean, like I said, it was before we got to the complex stuff, getting on the early part of the trail where
Yeah.
that happened, or on the way to the trail. Typically, is when it happens. It's on the paved road,
Yeah.
right? I know. I remember the one where we were on these switchbacks, and it was just like it wasn't real difficult. It was just like basically gravel road, but it was these switchbacks, and we were just going back and forth.
Yeah.
It's just the sun beating in the window. And that's why now it's like a lot of times we go off road, we roll the windows down, top back. Keeps us
Okay.
awake.
So they initially took off 15 minutes, which would have dropped him under 36 hours, but he guesses they took them off. So
I don't know. Crazy. There are a lot of them that finished. You notice that finished right around that 36, right on that cutoff, like just past the cutoff. Like if they
Right.
made it 40 hours,
a lot
there's
of them,
a
lot
lot of
more
them
would
would
have
have finished.
So that's why they chose a 36-hour.
That's what I want to know is because you see the DNF, right? Do not finish, but they actually finished. I want to know the ones that actually didn't finish.
Right. Like which ones had mechanical problems that were so severe that they couldn't make it out.
Yeah.
Which ones didn't make it out of the course.
See, that's my thing is that I'm not mechanically inclined. So if something were to break, I'm done. That's why I'd need somebody now. That's why I need like somebody like your grandpa that could go along with me because he could fix.
You just need him to be part of your pit crew.
But you'd also have to have the supply, the parts. So like,
Yeah.
hey, what are you going to break to
Which
have?
is one thing
to
that
have
like
with you.
Rebel has to think about. Like, what are you most likely going to end up breaking while you're out here in the middle of the desert and having no contact?
But like some of that, if you can't fit it in your Bronco,
can't do it.
You can't take it. So you got to do, or maybe it's like one part of this is going to break or whatever.
Yeah. And that might come from experience. Like I know Melissa, there's certain things that she keeps on hand. Most everyone keeps at least one tire on hand.
Yep.
But other than that, I mean, she hid an oil pan.
Yeah.
Kind of wonder if she had an oil pan with her this year. No, she didn't because she was in the full size.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, I don't know, but like some things, like one of the things you noticed, I saw Bronkbuster there, and one of his big things that he is a big deal about is the tie rods. That the Ford's tie rods are weak, and that he has something to make them stronger. But I've always said keep the factory ones the way they are, and there's a reason behind it. But if you're racing, that's different.
Forget it.
Right? That's different. You want to make sure everything is beefed up, because here's the deal: is like on tie rods, if you get into a bind on something, you want the tie rods to go out because then you don't break the steering rack, which is more expensive. And a tie rod's easier to fix on the trail than a steering rack is. So you'd want the tie rod to break, and that's why it's weaker on the Ford than the steering rack, because you don't want that to break, right? And so that's why I've always kept the tie rods the way they are, because if I beef up my tie rods and I get in a bind, it's going to be the steering rack that's going to go out, instead. So unless you beefed it up too, right? Made it just indestructible. And when you're racing like that, they would do that. They would make sure it has beefed up tie rods and steering rack, right, to handle that that abuse, right? So off-roading, I do. That's why I really hate the saying of when in doubt, throttle it out. No, not me, because that's where you're going to break the tie rod and when you're off-roading, some of the things that like I do. So, but again, to each their own and what they want to do and what they enjoy doing. I'm not going to go out there and race, but it's kind of fun to see what's going on out there. But so anyway, cool stuff. Luckily, knock on wood, I haven't broken anything on the trail yet, but
Yeah. Thank you for knocking on wood on that.
Yeah. But also I probably take it a little bit slower on the trail than most. I mean, you can talk to some people that gone on the trail with me. I'm not gonna get in a situation. I'm not going to go on a rock or something that's going to be more complex than what I think I can do and handle. And
meanwhile, give me some sand and I'll take off.
All right.
Although knowing how grueling it is and how many, like even like Vaughn and those what I would consider professional teams having all of those problems, you would probably go better. RJ was going into it probably tentatively, a little bit more hesitantly, or more like how you would drive it, so that he didn't break something.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
But yeah, kudos to him and to the Ford teams and everything else. And yeah, so pretty cool stuff. Anyway, Ford makes some great products, and the Raptor version goes out there and can handle Baja, and actually not quite handle Baja because they broke a couple places. So, but also this is where those things did break, but this is where they take that back to their engineers and say, "Hey, we need to fix this. We need this to be more durable. We need to fix this problem that we found out in Baja 1000." That's where they bring it back to the engineers and say, "We got to do this."
Yeah. Spare tie rods spoil the child. If you have those spare parts, you might just go for it and be like, "Well,
right?
got back up."
I always got to back up. But to be honest, I've got to say, I'm thinking about new tires. But I've if you've seen my tires,
Yeah.
I got the KO2s, and those have got some nicks in them, and man, they have lasted. I've done not a lot of off-roading, but I've done enough each year. Anytime we took a trip, we went off-roading, right? And they've done well.
Yeah.
I think KO2s have done a great job. They're not real loud on the road, and they gripped. They did what they needed to. I mean, I got some chunks here and there out of it. You can see that because people look at it and go, "You've been doing some off-roading with that." I'm like, "Yep, I have." You can see.
Well, you had
we were in Silver.
Something changed here and something done here, and they were like, your tire tread is unevenly made. Like, why? We usually don't see tire tread worn this way. What have you been doing with this?
Like, well, when they're aired down, I actually do. I will admit, I don't. Most people in their like 35-inch tires will usually run theirs at 42 pounds of pressure, 40 to 42 mostly. I think 45 is the max. So a lot of people look at the max tire pressure of where they want it to be, and I'm like, I don't want to go. You don't want to go over that. I run, like, mine right now are 36.
Right.
So, and that's probably why is, I run them a little softer, but then I feel like my ride's a little bit better. It's not as bouncy, not like as I don't feel everything.
Yeah.
If I ran it at 42 to 45,
that's what I need to be looking at.
I probably get better gas, but you also lose on gas mileage, and I'm okay with that. But so that's kind of a difference. But that's probably another reason why my tires have worn like they are, is because we run them a little lower. Usually, I want them to be at about 40 when they're hot, usually. So right now they're a little lower because it's colder out. But so usually, I'll run them anywhere from 36
if
to
anyone
40.
has ideas on how to add a lift kit to a C-Max, I would love to know. Truly would love to know.
Yeah, Bronco Rob, Kinda. You know what? They thought they were going to be. I think they were at SEMA, but I didn't stop at their booth to talk to them. But might have to look at that. So anybody else that's in the market might have to look at that.
Yeah.
I thought about doing Nittos, but I almost feel like it's just an injustice to put Nittos on a Roush wheel. I don't know how RTR would feel about that. So
I think they would be proud that you are working hard to convert over to the RTR stuff, but at the same time, know that there's a budget.
Well, here's the deal. Unless somebody's going to help with some cost of some tires, I'm probably going to see what's covered under the good tire deal that's going to happen this spring, right? Because they always do a tire deal in the spring. I'm waiting for the get one for $1 when you buy 3, right, type of thing. But I will replace all 4, because one of the things that I haven't been doing this year is that we didn't rotate in the 5th tire.
Yeah.
And right now that's got no tread, taken off of it. So the next set I get, I will replace all 5, and I will rotate.
Make sure you rotate.
I will rotate in that 5th tire.
As much as I say I would be the driver in a race, I think I'd be much better at navigation. For one, makes sense. For two, I would be that person that gets overconfident, be like, yes, I can do this, and then not be able to do it. I'd be like, yes, let's go for it. And then something hidden happen, or something that I didn't notice be there. I'd be better at nav. Most definitely.
Yeah.
We have ordered 26 F-150 from Mom McArthur today. When in December will I get it? JK.
Yeah, you won't unless it's built in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'cause
James
they're
talked to us
starting.
last week. Was having trouble with his dealer putting in a 26 order. He's finally got his dealer to put in that order for him.
I hope so, because they mentioned today that the 25 is balanced out. So hopefully they got the message. Anyway.
Hopefully, yeah. Are all the Mustangs recalls able to be completed by Ford?
Okay, so we found a way around the recall.
Whoop, whoop.
So the recall technically isn't out yet for the Mustang, but we one of our people that had ordered a Mustang that found a something you can do out there, and as long as you can complete that using that I don't know how they did it, but there's a sealant you can put in there to make sure that no water is getting in there. Well, as long as Ford says, yes, it passes the test, then you don't have to do the recall. So technically we did something and found a way around the recall so that we can be able to complete that on all of our Mustangs.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to do that, but the recall itself isn't out yet.
Yep. I talked to my local Ford guy about grab bar handle for Maverick. He said if Ford has a part number, they can install it. Should I believe him?
But Ford doesn't have a part number.
That's right. Yeah.
That's what they're saying. If Ford has a part number, then he can install it. Yeah. But there isn't.
Because typically, if there's a part number, then there's instructions to go with the part.
Because they want a grab handle on the driver's door.
Yes.
They have them on the other door.
Yes.
But like I said, they would have to be mounted in places to mount it on the driver's side. If that's under the headliner, then they probably could. So they'd have to mirror what's on the passenger side.
Right.
But more than likely, like I said, there's no part number.
Yes.
So they're just kind of saying that if there's a part number, then
if you can find a part number to this part that doesn't exist, we'll do it.
Okay.
Time for some nostalgia. What Ford or Lincoln that you have owned in the past do you miss the most?
I can't.
You're happy with what you have.
Yeah. I usually don't keep a vehicle this long.
I missed my 2012 Escape.
I tell you, yeah.
That is my most regrettable thing is that I wrecked that and totaled it.
I mean,
I missed that.
We currently, we have the mach-e and we have the Expedition and we have the Bronco. Yeah. And if your mom takes Expedition, but if I'm looking between the Bronco and the mach-e, I'd rather jump in the Bronco.
Yeah. So she said Mom says she misses her Lincoln MKT. Her favorite was the Kodiak Brown with black and rust interior. You wish you hadn't switched every 3 years now, huh?
That was like if they had the brown again and Expedition, she would want that color.
Oh, I know.
For the right price, you can wrap it.
When you pay it off, you can wrap it.
All right. Mustang GTs. I've heard a lot of people say they wish they never got rid of them.
Isn't the truck, the Lincoln truck?
No, you're thinking of the MKT.
No,
I mean you're thinking of the Mark LT. Sorry.
Oh, the Mark LT.
Mark III, I believe, is the car.
Okay. Ford Escort.
There is a part number. It just doesn't have a year in description.
Oh. That would be hard. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's almost a buyer beware or buy at your own risk type of thing.
Yep. So, anyway. All right. That's what we have for this week. Anyway, got to come up with a topic next week or we won't have a live stream. What are we going to do? Help us out.
I have my
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving is next Thursday.
We can do a thankful episode.
Yeah.
So gotta bring all the things that you're thankful for next week.
Okay. You want my kids here? You said bring them.
No, bring the
You want me to bring a chicken with
what
me?
you're thankful for.
Want me to bring a chicken?
No.
How about a dog?
Anyway.
Have we just conjured up a DIO for Niles the Source?
Mhm.
Maybe.
Yep. All right. Well, I think that's all we have for this week. So anyway.
Mhm.
All right.
I
Well-
have ideas for my podcast, so
Okay. All right. Well, guys, thank you for joining us tonight. And yeah, hope you guys had a great time. And yeah, I don't know. Does it inspire you to go out and find a Bronco in a junkyard, build it up, and go Baja racing it?
yes. Let's do it. Let's go to Lawrence every weekend and have Grandpa help us build something. And then we're gonna invite him to come with us so he can be our
I'm thinking I'll just drop it off. Let me know when you're done.
No, I want to work on it. But no, like he can come with us and manage our pit crew, and then you and I can be your navigator. We can do it.
Okay. All right. Well, don't forget
To move over to that Patreon.
to don't forget to go over to Patreon if you're not a Patreon member yet. Trying to make sure all of our members that are on here have that opportunity to do that. So go over to Patreon and sign up. You can sign up for free if you want to start that way. And then, of course, we have different memberships available. So you can check that out as well. And we're going to start posting stuff there. And that'll be our kind of our one-stop area for, things. So go on over there. I need an image for this. This is the only image I found that fit that I had, but I need a background image there.
I like that.
The YouTube one wouldn't work. So
No, I like that.
anyway, so go on over there, go over to Patreon, Ford Video Guy over
Put a
there
Bronco in there.
and join. Yeah, just throw a little Bronco in there.
No, what we need to do is take team photos. We need to do a team photo session.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, go on over there and go on to Patreon, and don't forget to lower and downgrade to the lower tier for us on the YouTube, and because at some point, probably around the 1st of December or so, we'll be canceling those others. So we got to make sure everybody knows about that before we do that. So, all right. Other than that, that's all we got for this week, and yeah, okay. Well, thanks everybody for joining us. Hope you had a good time, and we'll see you guys next week or on one of the videos later this week, or over on Patreon. All right. Until then, stay positive, be kind to one another.
And be kind to yourself.
We'll see you guys later.
Bye.